Hey guys, Justin here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another handheld review video. This time I have the Anbernic RG28XX, and look how small this device is. Let me put my hand right here so you guys can have a better idea of the size of this device. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So in this video, I'm gonna talk to you guys, give you my experience using this device and whether you should buy it or not. But also, I'm gonna make a comparison with his little big brother. This is the RG35XX-H, and look at that size comparison. Let's put it right here. Look at that size comparison. So, should you buy the smaller version of this one, or you just spend a little bit extra money and buy the 35XX-H? We're going to talk about that, but right now I'm going to focus on the review of this little device new from Anbernic. So if you like this kind of handhelds, if you're looking into buy one, welcome to the channel. I'm Joster, and let's do this. All right guys, so before I start this video, I want to say thanks to geekgoo.com, which they sent this device for me to review. And if you go to the website, they have all kinds of awesome handheld devices like the new Miu A30, which looks kind of similar to this Anbernic 28XX-H. They also have the device that I'm reviewing right now, of course. Also the new Anbernic, the SP, which is the flip handheld console. And if you like something a little bit bigger, they also have the 35XX-H available. Also, if you like to purchase any of these devices, there's going to be a discount code. For example, the 28XX, they sell it for $59.99. With the discount code, you're gonna get it for $49.80, and that is with free shipping. You don't have to pay any shipping or anything extra. That is free shipping included. So take advantage of the discount code. I don't know how long that's going to be active, but go check it out, take advantage, and enjoy one of these newest handheld devices. geekgoo.com. Let's do this. All right guys, so first let's talk about this. Why should you buy this one? The main reason if you want to purchase this device is because of the size. It is very, very small. It is also very lightweight. So this makes it very portable, very pocketable. You can put it in your pocket and trust me, you're not even gonna feel anything. So a lot of people do like that. A lot of people prefer something that they can travel with, something that you can put it in even in the shirt pocket and just pull it out and start playing your games whenever you want to go, which this is the biggest advantage of this device. However, if you have large hands like I do, honestly, this is not very comfortable. That is the biggest cons that I have about this device. Since it's so small for people who has large hands, this is just not comfortable at all. So every time when I'm playing, for example, if I'm playing Mario Kart and I had to press the throttle with this button, and in the heat of the gameplay, I notice that I'm pressing these other buttons at the same time. And the reason is because these buttons are so close to each other. So you end up pressing other buttons that you probably don't want to do that. And the same thing happens when I'm playing, for example, Super Mario World. And same thing happens when I'm playing fighting game. It just happens because, look at my thumb. It just covers all 4 buttons right here. Okay, so let me give you a tour of this device real quick. So right here at the bottom, we have the headphone jack, and then we have a slot for the memory card, the SD card. And then we have 2 of them. One usually is for the operating system, and the other one is usually for games. But in this case, everything is just in one memory card. Then right here in the front, we have one single front-facing speaker, which is actually it sounds pretty good. For a mono speaker, this tiny little speaker sounds really good. And of course, we have the face buttons. Now the face buttons right here, they do make a little bit of noise. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Just a little bit of noise, but they're very well, they respond pretty good. The feedback feels very, very good. And the same with the D-pad. I mean, I'm very surprised that even though this D-pad is very small, but it's very responsive. It works very well. I've been playing fighting games and all those Yukins and all Yukins, it works perfectly fine. And then we have the select and start button right here in the front. Very classic. I like that. I like these little details that they put this little bumper button a little bit more raised from originally how it is, so you guys can feel it, which is nice. And then right here in the front we have the mini HDMI port, just in case if you want to connect this device to a portable monitor or your TV. And then we have here, this is like the menu button. Then we have two LEDs. One, it tells you when it's on, and the other one when it's charging. And then we have the USB Type-C charging port right here. And then right here in the back, there's nothing. Over here on the side, we have the power button and also the reset button, very important. On the other side, we have the volume rocker up and down, and that is pretty much it. Did I mention that it has a headphone jack? Well, I just did. This device has a 2.8-inch screen, and that is the reason now I kind of understand why Anbernic names their devices. So this is the RG. I believe RG is like retro gaming. 28 is a 2.8-inch display, and XX, I don't know what the XX stands for, but so let's jump into some games and let me show you how they perform. Let's do this. So here I am playing Street Fighter Third Strike, and the D-pad feels very responsive. It is not 100% accurate, but for the most part, it works fine. I constantly use the right shoulder button or trigger for heavy kicks, but it is difficult for me to use the left trigger for heavy punches and the D-pad at the same time. I find myself using more of the face buttons more constantly than the shoulder buttons, but overall, fighting games are always fun to play and they look excellent on this device. You can also play games like Mario Kart that look and perform great, and even though the screen is very small, using the split screen mode, the gameplay is still enjoyable. And the same goes when playing Super Mario World. Now this is a 480p IPS screen with a 4:3 aspect ratio, and it works great for retro gaming. Now keep in mind that Mario games are not available out of the box. You have to download them into this device. Now you also are capable of playing some Sega Dreamcast games like Crazy Taxi with good performance, and the game even has rumble. So every time you crash or hit something, the whole device rumbles. It's pretty neat. Now here I'm playing Crash Bandicoot from PlayStation. I haven't played Crash in such a long time, so it's nice to be able to play it here. Now PlayStation games run pretty good on this device. Now PSP games are very limited, but there are a few games that are available here. One of my favorites is Pac-Man Championship Edition. Now this game looks beautiful and it's very challenging. You'll only be using the D-pad, so it's easy to play. So here is Tekken 5 right here on PSP, and this game looks beautiful, although it runs pretty good, but I've noticed some stuttering, mostly at the beginning of the game. Right here the gameplay is actually pretty smooth. My only problem that I have with this game is so difficult. It seems like the computer knows all my moves. I haven't even been able to win at least a round. That is how difficult it is. So I don't know if it's just the game or I suck at this game. I don't know, but it looks nice. If you like to play Tekken from PSP, you get it running pretty good on this device. Alright guys, so let's get into the comparison video. This is the part where I enjoy the most when making these videos, doing a comparisons video, because I get to share more details about these devices and also why I picked one over the other one. So I'm gonna be straightforward with you right now. My favorite choice between these two devices is going to be the 35XX-H. It's very simple. It's just because it is a larger device and it fits much better in my hands. It just feels much more comfortable when playing games with this device. Even though this is nice too. I mean, this is very pocketable. This is very small. You can fit it in more places than this device. But I feel like the size on this one, it's also very small, very pocketable too. The weight difference, it is quite noticeable. This is much heavier device, not by a lot, but you can feel the difference right away. So that's probably something that you might want to consider as well, right? And another fun fact is, like, even though this device, it is much smaller comparing, look at that, the size of the screen, 2.8 versus 3.5 inches. It does make a difference, you know. But this one, even though, like I said, even though it's much smaller, it also packs a punch. It also has the same performance as a 35XX-H. You can play a lot of games on this device too, and it's going to run on pretty much the same thing. So another big difference between these two devices is that the 35XX-H does come with analog sticks. This means that games that do support analog sticks, like some PSP games, some Nintendo 64 games, you're going to be able to use these analog sticks, and believe me, they do perform better. Although some games do support the D-pad, but having the option of the analog sticks, it does make a big difference. And also, I feel like when playing fighting games, for example Street Fighter, I feel like the analog stick works better in my case, you know. Another big difference between these two devices is that the 35XX-H does have Wi-Fi, so you can connect other devices and play as a multiplayer. I have a video where I'm showing you how to connect this device with another or similar, or I think it was using the 35XX Plus, which is the vertical format. And I was playing Mario Kart with my wife. It's really awesome to be able to have that option. In this case, you don't have that option. There's no Wi-Fi, nothing here. Also, it's missing Bluetooth. So if you want to connect, for example, another controller via Bluetooth, you can do that with the 35XX-H, but you cannot do it with the RG28XX. Another advantage that I see from the 28 is that it does come with a music player. So we go right here. There's a music player, so you can download music to the SD card and then just listen to it through either to the mono speaker, but I do recommend to use the headphone jack. And also it has a video player, so that is something that this device doesn't have. Maybe if I upgrade the operating system, I will able to have that, but it doesn't have it. But honestly, I don't really care about a music player on my device. For that reason, I have my phone. I can connect Bluetooth and just listen to music from my phone directly. So the most I care is just playing games on these devices. That's what I care the most. So yes, guys, even though this is a little bit more expensive, but the price difference between these two devices is not even that much. So just in case, if you are out looking to buy one of these devices and you're struggling making a decision which one should go, I would definitely go for the 35XX-H. I'm not saying that this is bad, but it's just like, honestly, to me, it's just way too small. Way too small. Also, it feels like this is a little, some of these buttons are a little loose, but it's just that this little bumper buttons sound like that, but it's not bad. There's some noise on this one too, but it's not bad. So there you have it, guys. Let me know in the comments down below which one is your favorite, the larger, more comfortable one, or maybe this small, more pocketable one. El chiquito pero picoso. Sí, señor. Alright, guys, so I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Also, check out the links in the description of the video if you guys would like to purchase either one of these devices, and take advantage of that discount code from geekgoo.com. That way you guys can save some extra money, and also remember, free shipping. So take advantage of that. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm Joester, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Joester out.